Be strong and courageous. Jesus said to them, If God were your father, you would love me, for I have come here from God. I have not come on my own. God sent me. Why is my language not clear to you? Because you are unable to hear what I say. You belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of lies. John 8, verses 42 to 44. I am the gate. Whoever enters through me will be saved. They will come in and go out and find pastures. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. John 10, verses 9 to 11. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. John 15 and verse 13. Hello, my friend. This is Clyde. The title of our chat today comes from the book of Joshua, chapter 1. God spoke clearly and directly to Joshua, who was chosen to succeed Moses as leader of the Israelites to complete the journey from Egypt to the promised land. In that one speech, God said these words 3 times in the one message. Firstly, be strong and courageous, chapter 1, verse 5. Secondly, be strong and very courageous, chapter 1, verse 7. Thirdly, have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous, chapter 1, verse 9. Today we embrace all 3 for our title and accept this strong message to us as well. Why are we doing that? Jesus was not afraid to recognize that the Christians have an enemy, active, vicious, intentional, and patently evil. On one occasion, Jesus was involved in a public debate with a group of Jewish folks who were determined, one more time, to discredit him as the one who is truth. This is what he said to them. If you hold to my teaching, you are really my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8, verses 31 and 32. Thereafter, it became a debate. And as the argument ensued, Jesus put things in true perspective. Jesus told them in clear and precise language that their real father is the devil, and all they want to do is to do what their father wants them to do. That father, Jesus said, is a murderer and a liar and the father of lies. You know, when Jesus said all of that, he was not mincing words. He was telling it like it is. I, however, want us to go to that other occasion when Jesus was engaged in an argument with a group of Pharisees. And on this occasion, he used the imagery of sheep and shepherd to help them to understand the vast distinction between himself and Satan. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. John 10 and verse 10. Now bear with me as I share with you what I believe that Jesus was saying then and is saying to us today. There is a thief and there is him, the good shepherd. The thief categorically hates the sheep. His goal is expressly designed to see the destruction of the sheep. Understand that the thief has no consideration or concern for the sheep. This thief, also a liar and the father of lies, is always a thief, 7 days a week. That is the heart of his character. And so once you understand that, do not be surprised at his actions. He comes to steal and to kill and to destroy. Pardon me, but it is easy to focus on the separate actions of the thief, but try and understand the big picture. Those 3 words do not only describe his actions, they are his strategies. Satan has 3 strategies. Actions might suggest the occasional, but the strategy suggests that it is at the heart of his operation. So that in reality, Satan strategizes against us. Strategy number 1. When Satan approached Eve in the Garden of Eden, he strategized. If he can disguise himself, he can get her attention. He was not the only serpent in the garden, but this serpent was coming to steal her away from God. The strategy was to get her to think that God was not upfront with her. Steal her attention, steal her thought processes away from what God said, and so get her to follow him. He still uses that strategy against us today, which is why God says to us, be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. 1 Peter 5 and verse 6. Strategy number 2. God had told her husband, Adam, back in Genesis 2 verse 17, for when you eat from it, you will certainly die. Satan knew that. The thief knows that. By approaching Eve with his lies, the strategy was to kill their relationship with God. If that were to happen, they would still be living, but they would be cut off from God, which is why Jesus says he was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native language, for he is a liar and the father of lies. John 8 and verse 44. Now, strategy number 3, he comes to destroy. This strategy carries the full weight of his heart. To destroy you is not just to interrupt your relationship with God, not just to get you to break up with God, but to destroy you is to get you to end up in hell eternally. If he can get you to reject God and maintain that rejection right up to the point of your death, you would be eternally destroyed. He wants us to hear this. Then he will say to those on his left, depart from me, you who are cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. Matthew 25 verse 41. God is speaking to us. That is why Jesus came. Don't recite Jesus' words glibly. When he says he came that the sheep, meaning you and me, might have abundant life, understand to the core of your being that he has come with a life that will remove the effects of the strategies of the thief, stealing or interrupting our relationship with God, killing that relationship with God totally, and destroying our lives eternally. Jesus has come to offer the one thing that can decimate and annihilate the strategies of the thief. Go back to the title of this discussion today and hear the command of the Good Shepherd who loves us and has given his life for the sheep. John 15 verse 13. He continuously guards us so well, but he always reminds us that we need to always wear our protective gear because the thief does not give up. Ephesians 6 verses 10 to 18. He really wants each of us not to become victims of stealing, killing, and destroying strategies of the thief, but to endure to the end. When he gives us abundant life, my friend, it is a victorious reality, a new life that is abundant, overflowing with victory like what was awaiting the Jewish people on their way to the promised land. Not void of attacks, but rife with victory. So, be strong and courageous. Do not give in to the distractions that the thief provides. They are meant to steal, kill, and destroy. Be strong and courageous and walk in God's abundant life. That is why he gives us his life, so that we will receive the best. Hear him as he talked to Joshua then and as he talks to us today. Do not be afraid. Rather, be strong and courageous.